What's good, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy Ariel, and I'm back with another video for all of my YouTube viewers. Let's talk about the NL MVP race, and I want to talk about it now because we have approximately 1 month left of baseball before we enter the postseason. And I say that because the race for the NL MVP is getting really close. Now, I have three guys in mind, and I'm sure you guys may disagree or you guys may actually agree with what I do have to say. But the three guys that I do have in mind that are a part of the NL MVP race: Bryce Harper, Paul Goldschmidt, and Zack Greinke. And I say Zack Greinke because, to be honest, he does have a chance of actually probably getting some votes or perhaps even winning the NL MVP this season. And a lot of people are going to say Bryce Harper without a doubt. Some people may say Bryce Harper should get all the votes. I would disagree with that because the Nationals aren't where they were predicted to be this season. Many people were saying that the Nationals were going to win 100-plus games. Many people were saying that the Nationals were going to be the favorites in the NL. Many people were saying the Nationals were going to go all the way to the World Series. Many people were saying that the Nationals had the best pitching rotation. Blah, 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 blah. A lot of rumors, a lot of hype behind that National squad. But let's go over the numbers. Now, Bryce Harper, right now, his average, he's batting .331. He has 31 home runs, 77 RBIs, only 6 stolen bases, and he has an OPS of 1.085. In my opinion, the average is pretty good. The home runs and RBIs are pretty good, the OPS. But what surprises me the most is his stolen bases. And I'm sure a lot of you guys might actually agree with this because a couple years back, Bryce Harper was a very aggressive player. He would always run whenever he was on base. He would always hustle. So it's kind of strange that he only has 6 stolen bases. But just besides that, everything else is pretty good. Overall, he's an amazing player, probably the best player this season. Now let's go on to Paul Goldschmidt. Paul Goldschmidt, as we all know, plays for the Arizona Diamondbacks. They do not have a chance this season, but they have Paul Goldschmidt. So let's go over the numbers. Paul Goldschmidt is currently batting .325 with 26 home runs, 96 RBIs, 20 stolen bases, and he also has an OPS of 1.007. Now, the two main things that pop up to me are the RBIs. He has 96. That's 19 more RBIs than Bryce Harper. And he has 20 stolen bases. Last time I checked, I could have sworn that Bryce Harper was faster than Paul Goldschmidt. I'm sure you guys would understand why. But overall, you can go with either one of those guys. Right now, Bryce Harper has more home runs. He has a slightly higher average, less stolen bases, less RBIs, and Bryce Harper has a higher OPS. In my opinion, I do believe that Paul Goldschmidt is going to end up with more RBIs. The average, I think they might end up staying about the same. And if one of them do end up with something higher, it might be by 2 points. Between 2 to 5 points, seriously. I think Bryce Harper is going to take that home run title away from Paul Goldschmidt. And I don't think Bryce Harper is going to end up with 20 stolen bases by the end of this month, which is September. Now, really quick, let's talk about Zack Greinke, and I want to explain why I threw him into the conversation. Zack Greinke is currently 14-3. He has a 1.61 ERA and 164 strikeouts. Now, the reason why I added Zack Greinke in is because over the last few years, we've had a couple of pitchers actually be in some serious contention for this MVP vote and for even winning the MVP title. As I said in the beginning of this video, a lot of you guys may disagree why Zack Greinke is there, why he doesn't deserve it. But to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if Zack Greinke got some votes, and it really wouldn't surprise me if Zack Greinke ended up winning the MVP this season. Now, my final opinion. I would love for Bryce Harper to win the MVP this season. He had an enormous breakout season this year. But I only believe Bryce Harper should win the MVP if he can carry the Nationals into the playoffs. As we all know right now, the Nationals are in second place in the NL East division. They're currently 5.5 games behind the New York Mets. So, if the Nationals could turn it up a notch over this last month and actually make a push into the postseason, you got to give the MVP hands down to Bryce Harper. But if the Nationals do not make the playoffs this season, got to give it to Goldschmidt. They're not in contention. I'm sure that's very obvious, but the Nationals had a lot of hype, as I said in the beginning of this video. They certainly aren't nowhere near what people predicted them to be. So if they can't make it to the playoffs this season, got to give it to Goldschmidt. And who knows, if Zack Greinke ends up winning 20 games by the end of this month, maybe he might end up winning it. Let's see. As I always say, please make sure to like, comment your opinions below. I always love talking to you guys. Make sure to subscribe and share with all of your friends that enjoy these baseball talk videos. It's your boy Ariel, and let's see what happens over this last month. I'm out of here.